How you doing, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're doing something a little bit different. We are working on Damien's R33 because mine, well, has got stuff to fix on it, but not for a minute. Well, one thing actually, my window motor on the driver's side has burnt out. So it's burnt out and it's died halfway, obviously driver's side, so it's stuck here. So I've had to put it in the garage over the road there because it's a bit damp in England, so we don't want to drive it until we get that fixed, unless it's a dry day, obviously. But anyway, Damien bought his Skyline over to get brakes, discs, pads, stock calipers, and basically we weren't going to do braided lines, but I had a set from my car that I took off and put a big brake kit on, didn't I? And when we took the line off, it basically just, it was so corroded, the braided line going into the hard line completely just snapped. So I'll show you, we had to go down trusty old Halfords. I wasn't going to make a video on this, but obviously we thought it was going to be a 5-minute brake job, and it's turned into quite a big job. So yeah, we done new brake lines from the master, one going straight down to that one, and then this one. Obviously we've not ran it properly yet. We need to shorten this, and yeah, and put our braided lines onto it. But yeah, he went for M-Tech discs and pads. We've done this one pretty much, other than the hard line, but we noticed that his seal on this caliper, his dust seal going around the piston, is all destroyed. So, and also when we took the other caliper apart, the pins that held the pads in, one of them was seized, and we couldn't get it out. Yeah, so I recommended to him, I said, you're better off. I said, just get a rebuild kit for I'm just starting to take his pistons out now because he can't come down because he's working until Monday. I've got 4 days off now. So I said, I'll crack on with getting all the calipers ready, because obviously going to put new, this one, to be fair, the seals weren't bad. They weren't torn or anything, but it comes as a kit. So we might as well just do both of them, and then they're done, and he's selling the car. So if anybody wants to buy that yellow thing, have a look on the Facebook and all that, or send me a message on Instagram, and you can have it. I think it's up for 17, something like that, 17 and a half, I don't know. But yeah, we're going to do the brakes on it first. Like I said, there's all the copper line we bought. To be fair, it's quite easy to use. You don't need those benders or anything. Obviously, you use the benders to get a nice smooth bend, but you can do it by hand. It's pretty good. Obviously, we'll tidy up the line once we finished it. But yeah, I'm going to whip these pistons out. I've not got the kit yet, so I'm just going to take these out, take the other one off the car, the other caliper, take those pistons out, and then when he comes down Monday with the kit, we can stick all new ones back in. He might even what he wanted to do obviously was to clean all these up and paint them. Obviously it'd be better to get them powder coated, but since he's selling the car, there's no point of him spending a load of money on making it mint. Well, it is, I mean, you won't get your money back for it, I would have thought. But yeah, I think we're just going to paint them, clean them up, paint them, rebuild them, chuck them back on the car, and hopefully our dodgy hardline kit with a Halfords line and the fittings as well. I mean, they seem alright, but like the one going into the master is really wobbly, so we'll find out. We'll put it together, pump the brakes. If it leaks, we have to redo the fitting again, but that's how we learn, isn't it? I have done brake lines on my car before, so I'm not a complete noob at it. I mean, I rebuilt the entire brake line kit out of hard line for mine, obviously up to the braided lines, and you know, touch wood, they haven't leaked yet, so I'm somewhat of a pro. But yeah, I'm going to strip these calipers down. I've done a video show you how to rebuild brake calipers, but there's like 1,000 videos on there, but I haven't done it before, so it'll be fun. And then we know how to do it every time we need to rebuild our calipers or whatnot. It's pretty simple. There's only so you've got the outer dust seal, the piston, and then you've got an inner one just on the inside here, which is your oil seal. You stick a screwdriver down there, pop it out, and obviously when you get your new one, bang it in there. But we're going to say I'm going to pop it all out, tape it all up, and then clean them all with just in a bucket of soapy water is really. I ain't got no sandblaster or anything. Just give them a quick clean, sand them down a bit, and then just wang a coat of paint over them. He wants to go yellow because the car's yellow. Make it as yellow as possible. But yeah, there's the other bit to it. And he's also ordered, because one pin was completely seized in, I had to basically just completely snap it in half. Every time he comes down here, I have to break something on his car. So I broke a pin this time. Whatever we want to do next, I'll break that as well. I think I broke his window before, his rear quarter window when we was taking it out, and other stuff. We broke a few things, studs, manifold studs when we did that, but we don't put that on camera because it's makes me look unprofessional. But yeah, let's get this caliper taken apart. Yeah, all I basically did is get these out. What is best thing to do is stick an airline in where the bleed valve is and shoot that up and these will pop out, but I haven't got an airline. I've got an air compressor, but I've never set it up or anything, so I need to get all that set up, get some, you know, like a converter and stuff for the plug and whatnot, and then I'll have air. We can start painting Civics and all sorts of stuff, calipers with actual proper paint guns. But yeah, I just pop this seal off. I mean, because we got new ones, it don't really matter too much if we mess it up. I can guarantee I'm gonna. There you go, look. Bosh. Just missed that because I was doing it one-handed. But yeah, seal off. And I'll just basically shove a screwdriver in there, push it up, like you see. Oh, that's the seal off. But yeah, you can see it slowly coming up just by doing that. I'll break my screwdriver. It's my good screwdriver. But yeah, I'll get these out and give them a clean up and get the other one off the car and do the same. Then once they're out quite a bit, you can just wiggle it out. Come on. You can just wiggle it out, he says, and I can't actually get it out. My voice is moving. I need two hands, guys. So look, piston's out, and as I said, you just stick a screwdriver down in there, and you got an oil seal. I did the other one on camera. My how-to. There you go. Look, screwdriver in, pop him out, and whip it out, and replace it with a new one. It probably needs a fine, probably, but when you get the kit, you get all of them anyway, so you might as well replace it all, and then you won't get leaks in the future, and you know your brakes are basically brand new. Won't look brand new on the outside, but they'll be brand new inside. But yeah, let's get the other one off the car and do the same thing. I'm taking this caliper off. All we're doing is put it back on. So as you can see, we've got the hard line going down there into that. These fittings all spot on. There's no wobble at all, but there's the braided line obviously going straight into the back of the caliper. We need to whip this off again now because we're going to take all this apart, and I'll show you the dust seal on this one. It's kaput. But yeah, see what I mean by the hard lines. That when I did mine, they were fine, but this is a Halfords kit, and see the wobble in it? And it's like, I don't know, it just doesn't feel right. I'm sure they're not supposed to be like that. So we'll test it with the brakes once they're all together again. We'll pump it, and if this is obviously leaking, we have to redo the ends again. But we've done it all right how it's supposed to do it, but it just doesn't seem right. But anyway, 2 19s at the back here to get this caliper off. One there, one at the back, and pop that off. Take the braided line off again, and then we can just disassemble this one. Do the same thing as what we just done before. 14s. Simple as that. There is an O-ring in between the caliper pieces, like a little oil seal, tiny little O-ring, and I'm assuming you get that with the kit. We'll find out when we get it, when it arrives here. Brilliant vice this is, by the way. Get a proper vice, Ryan. Right, we made it, sort of. Yeah, see if we can see his little seals now when we separate it. Oh, nice. Nice. Yeah, I'm sure they should be in here. No? Oh, there is one there. Have a look. Yeah, these. Make sure you put them back in. One there as well, look. 2 on each side. Make sure you stick them back in before you put your caliper back together, because else you'll get a big old brake fluid leak. Yeah guys, while I'm at it, I do have these calipers, the stock R33 GTST calipers. I can't remember what they're called exactly. Something. Similar to the Brembos really, it's not much different, they're both 4 pots. But yeah, I do have some anyway, and I sanded them all down, grinded them all back, so that back to metal. Because I was going to fit them to mine, obviously, repaint them all, but I obviously got a big brake kit in the end, so if anybody wants them, obviously I'll sell them to them. Ping me a message on Instagram. I do have braided lines that come with it. Oh, they're in the shed and it's buried, but they're in there anyway. All ground back, bare metal. I mean, I'll even paint them for them if they want. Just with rattle can stuff, VHT stuff or something like that. Whatever colour they want. But yeah, let me know if you want them. Don't know how much they're worth. Go on eBay and then knock 50 quid off. Alright. Right, there we go. That's all that comes out of them. And that's what we got left. Obviously I'm going to scrub. I'm not going to do this because this is Damien's brakes. I mean, I did that for him. But he can clean them. He can paint them. I'll assemble them for him because he doesn't know what he's doing. And fit them. But yeah, I'll continue this video on when Damien gets down here with the rebuild kit. So we can put it all back together again. It'll be like 2 seconds for you, but 2 days for me. So I'll see you in a minute. Guys, continuing on, we now have the rebuild kit here. They told me that you don't get these little washers, these tiny little square, roundy, like square edged washers that go in between here. Because we've only got 2, but the other 2 I lost when I took the caliper apart. They just literally fell apart. So I ordered this O-ring kit, but we got them anyway. So now I've got plenty of O-rings for in the future if I ever need to O-ring things. But yeah, chuck all these pistons in and stuff. I know. It's literally just seals. I thought that you'd get new pistons, to be honest. I'll have to reuse these. I mean, they're fine. Better to get new ones. But anyway, yeah, start assembling some calipers and chuck them back on the car. Okay, easy enough to assemble these. Still some brake fluid in there. These are the seals you get for the oil seals, which go in here. I'll show you how to do the first one, and I'll literally crack on with them. We need to get these. There you go, nice and snug in there, look. And then we go piston. You get all lube with it. I mean, you can just use the brake fluid that's already in there unless you've cleaned them. We were going to paint these, but Damien says there's no point. You can't be bothered. So we're not doing that. Basically, this is just assembly lube, it looks like. Lube them all up. Nice and lubed up. Pop them in there. Push it in a little bit. Then you whack a seal on. Somehow. They're all the same, I believe. But, well, that way. Can't remember which way I took them off. Let's have a look at this one. This is a destroyed one. I reckon that way. Pop them over there. Without ripping it, obviously. There he is. Sits in that little groove there. And then this should push all the way in. And then you tuck that bit in there. And that is pretty much it. Job done. Yeah, that's it, easy as that. Do all of them, chuck it back together again. Talking rubbish, that's not it. I need to put this ring over the top as well, which I believe just goes over it like that. Or am I being stupid and it goes underneath, I think. Underneath the outer seal. Yeah, I reckon so. Let me figure it out, guys, and I'll I'll let you know. Yeah, it's the only way they can go, really. These rings have got to go around the outside because you put them inside and they don't really do anything. That just keeps the seal in, I suppose. But yeah, one assembled caliper. Do the rest. All assembled. we started putting this one back together. Obviously remember to put your little seal in between the piston, in between the two caliper parts. That's it, wang these together, job done. Assembled, put back on car. So we're going to paint them, but Damien's too cheap and lazy to do it, so we're not going to do that. Bosh, one caliper on. You see we got the old Duluck brake lines on there. Like I said before, we need to check the don't leak from the master. And hopefully not, and we'll crack on. Lead them. Right guys, we figured out why these were so wobbly into the master, because we tightened them up that much. At the end, it's basically actually popping through the end, so it's like that. But we don't that tight that it just squashed it through and then pushed it out. You know what I'm saying? So we're redoing it again. But don't do it so tight, nip it tight and then try and bleed them. And then we should have brakes that work.
Hopefully.
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 That's good.
To be fair though, we can do that afterwards. You know, just cable tie to there then. I think that's supposed to be on something, I presume.
Yeah, I've got rid of all these brackets. So now you see the chocolate out there.
Give it a bit more, so then
Yeah, a bit
there's
extra.
fill this corner in further.
Indeed.
Right.
We did a thing. Brakes are all on. We've bled them. Shortened the lines. We still need to. What is it? Impact stead, so you got to do it by manual mode. But yeah, we need to tidy these lines up a little bit, straighten them all out, and put them along the back of the firewall
But I'm not.
with a cable tie. But Damien's not going to do that.
Pro.
Damien can do that. Yeah. Bled them. New discs, pads, braided lines, and we built the calipers. New seals, basically. Yeah. We're going to put the wheels and all that back on and go for a test drive, and I shall show you this car moving. Just talking his nuts. Talk your nuts up. For a test drive. Alive! Funny enough, the engine still works after we did the brakes. Let's go for a rip. Full power, high boost only. Let's get them beds, those brakes bed in. They sound a bit rusty and crusty at the minute. Just a rust on the discs, we hope. Drive it till it stops making noises. Yeah, that's just a disc rubbing on the pads, because they're like, pads have got like 4 times the amount of, might be the shield on the disc. We fixed it. It was just a dust shield rubbing on the disc. Usual problem when you do brakes for some reason. But we just bent it back and now he's all smooth. Still need to break the discs in though. I'm just gonna go for a rip. Send it, Chuck. Straight up to that Peugeot.
Straight up.
Breaking them in. There's number plate flopping around. Right guys, that's it, job done. Brakes done. I pushed it, yeah, they were making a bit of rattling noise again, so I pushed the shield in a bit, but hopefully that fixes it. Like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. I'll catch you next one, take it easy.